Hello everyone and welcome to ibaisaic and welcome to another vacuum cleaner unboxing. Today it's the turn of Hoover again, and a very familiar name, a name that's been going for donkey's years. Since the 90s we've had the Purepower name and it's still being sold today. The new eco versions are in the shops as I speak. This is an older Purepower. I think it's a Scottish made in Cambuslang, Scotland. I'm hoping it is. And it's a lovely banana yellow colour. So without any further ado, let's hope that this old girl that's been in storage for many a moon, let's hope she's okay inside the box. This is model U3125, Hoover Purepower. What can we say about it? Well, not a lot, so let's just open it. All I know is it's yellow and it's a basic model. And here is the first glimpse of the yellow colour of the handle there. Let's pull it out. It won't. Let's take out the polystyrene first then with the handle. Quite dusty, so it's going to need a bit of a wipe over. Now this particular model, don't expect a demo. I just wanted to have an earlier Purepower that was unused, so I'm just going to show you. I'll switch it on, but I won't be picking up any dirt. There's plenty of other Purepower demo videos on YouTube, on my channel and others. Here's the handle anyway. The Hoover helpline on the back and a little sticker covering one of the two screws that you need to fasten when you assemble the handle to the machine. And a little mark on the top, but I'm sure that'll come off. I'll be giving it a clean before I pack it back in its box. Right, it is the correct way up for giving birth to this vacuum, so I'll push it back a bit and gently pull her out of her coffin. She doesn't want to come, does she? It's possibly because the box is a little bit dented at one side, I don't know. Oh, I'll try and pull it with both hands. Oh, whew. Nearly. Come on. Oh, that feels. Oh, listen to that. Now, if I was to do that with a model Purepower you can buy now, and I have a couple, I don't think it would sound so nice. It would sound a lot more. You know what I mean. Oh, crikey. Whew. She's got a lot of polystyrene around her nether regions. Oh, right, I'm not going to be struggling. I'm not going to be puffing and panting and sweating all over this video. So just a quick pause of the camera. I'll do all the sweaty grunting and grinding. And then the next picture you'll see, hopefully, I'll have freed her from her box. Well, she took some freeing, I must say. I think it's this big bit of polystyrene either side of the cleaning head. Hopefully she'll be okay. Looks it so far. A few little marks on it, and I think they'll come off. Okay, so we have the Hoover service plan. Your first year Hoover guarantee and your 5-year parts guarantee. Plus optional 2-year cover if you want to pay for a 2-year optional cover. At the time this vacuum cleaner was manufactured, the 2-year cover cost £31. So it's just for a year's extra year. It was covered for a year anyway, but for an extra year's labour charges it's £31. Hoover made a big thing about saying their parts were a 5-year guarantee, providing they were fitted by Hoover engineer. So that's that. A spare dust bag. Spare bag in there. This is, now, although it says pets on, this user instruction book covers other models. This is not a pet model. There's no pet turbo nozzle or anything. It is a basic model. I think the seller listed it as pets, thinking, you know, oh, it's for pets, but it isn't, because if you look, can you see there, it's for standard models, variable power models, S-class models. So basically it covers a few different models, including pets models. This doesn't have variable power, it's not S-class, it's the lowest of the low, the most basic pure power. But that instruction book was produced to cover several models, so despite the fact it says pets, it's not suitable for pets. Oh dear, I didn't bring any scissors because, oh, it's alright, I can undo it without. So here we have the hose and some of the other tools by the looks of it. Again, there's another piece of tape. Because it's so old, it's lost a bit of its stickiness, so I can probably just pull the tape, yes. Pull the tape off. And we've just got a little sort of quick start guide showing us how to put the hose on and how to wind up the cord. Here's your sort of all-purpose nozzle brush, stair grooming tool, call it what you will. It's a pretty standard dusting brush. You're still using this design. In fact, they're still using this design now, but obviously made in China. Quite stiff brushes. And the last thing out is the hose. Now I won't be demonstrating this, but I will be popping it at the bottom of the stairs and just seeing if this will stretch up the stairs. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a stair cleaning hose. Anyway, that end goes into the back of the cleaner, and then this end, the hand grip, that goes into the front at the side of the cleaning head when you're using it as an upright. Nice design hand grip there. That comes off should you get a blockage. There we go, bit of Hoover branding, just Hoover roundel embossed. I don't know if you can see it, I'm trying to, I can't see it, where is it? There, just about see that I think. Everything is okay so far. Let us remove the polystyrene from either side. And pop her in the upright position. Oops, what's that underneath? Oh, it's the flex. Bit of protective. And another one that's, this is fairly common. So it's not just the Chinese. Oh, it is dusty. It's not just the Chinese that sometimes don't assemble things correctly. Those naughty Scottish people on the production line in Cambuslang, they don't always either. It's not put together properly here, so just have to try and ease that in. That's it. There we are. That's in properly now. It wasn't done properly. I'm sure the men and women who assemble this machine aren't at all bothered now that their workmanship is being ridiculed on YouTube, because naturally, as most British manufacturing has gone abroad, so has Hoover's. That's a bit odd. It's a fitted plug. Looks, oh no, I don't know. Seems to have, I don't know, it seems to have a standard sort of cord whip in there. It's all, as I say, it's a basic version. It's all been made at a lower cost. as I say, it's all a little bit dusty. It's very light. With the later Purepowers, the ones you buy now, I do believe you have to assemble this and everything. This is all pre-assembled on this model. All we have to do is attach the hose, clip the tools in at those two holes there, and put the handle on. So we've already got the extension tube on board that side, and the scabbard crevice tool, that should be. That's been rammed in. There's the scabbard crevice tool. You can put the dusting brush or stair nozzle, upholstery nozzle, onto the end of that, should you want a bit of extra reach. Or of course you can just put them onto the hose handle directly, or you can put them just onto the extension tube. This is the hose inlet. I'll just tilt it back, you can't see, there we go. That's the hose inlet. Here, this is for supporting the hose, and under this little door is the basic filter. Again, it's dusty inside. I know this hasn't been used, but dust gets everywhere. Dust. The little oblong indentation in the middle for the disgustingly smelling Hoover air freshener that also fitted Turbopower 2 cleaners. Of course, this is just a very basic filter. You can, if you want to, fit the HEPA filter. Oh, it's stuck a bit. Yeah, the seal has come off a bit, so I just have to push that in. Oops. So there we go. I think you can wash that. Of course you can upgrade, as I say, to a pleated HEPA type. This is where the exhaust air blows out of this machine from here. Blows up here, and of course through the filter and through the vents either side. So the exhaust air vents out of the back, despite having what looks like a vent at the front here. No air exhausts out of there at all. Let's just pop that back. Pop the filter back in. Doop-a-doo. It's still, you know, I've unboxed one of the later Purepowers. Wasn't impressed with it. Of course, it's Chinese made. I will at some point on this channel be testing either a Purepower or the Enigma. There is a Hoover Enigma now, which is of course Purepower based, but it actually has a claimed quadruple A rating, so it gets an A for carpets, A for hard floors, A for dust emission, and A for energy efficiency. So I would like to test one of those. That's that. Let's have a look at the rating sticker. There we go. I can't see it myself, it's upside down on my viewfinder. It should be the right way up for you. U3125 001, serial 3765078 9915 0039. It's a maximum 1200 watt vacuum cleaner, this. Got the big wheels either side. Still got a nice yellow glamour cap. They could have cheapened it further and just had black. And at the other side we've got that awful, never been changed, never been improved on handle release button there. Terrible little thing that is. Okie dokie, oops. Let's just show you, before I turn the machine over, there's the height control. So you've got the lowest setting for your low pile carpets, stuck down carpet tiles. That's for sort of your short pile. Medium pile and hard floors, and long pile and cleaning tool use there. And as you can see, it says Purepower 1200. Edge cleaning written either side, and embossed on the front bumper, grooming brush with edge cleaning. And of course, still by appointment to Her Madge the Queen. And further down we have another embossed legend of the Hoover cleaner. And that wasn't a blanking piece for anything. Oops, sorry, I knocked my camera. That wasn't a blanking piece for anything, that. I think they always had that on them. And whoops-a-daisy, knocked my camera again. A bit further down it says total filtration. Got your on-off switch and a little blank piece there where more deluxe models would have had a neon bag check indicator light. Okay, I'll just attach the tools and then we'll have a look at the underside of the Purepower. We'll see what sort of agitator this one has. I'll just pop the cleaning tools. Absolutely black with some sort of dust on it. Anyway, that's the little place for your stair upholstery tool. Dusting tool goes above it. Like that. No chance of those falling off. And then the hose, you need to plug the hose in first. You need to plug in this end of the hose into the little hole there. Push it in, line up the lugs. Push it rather stiff. To turn it that way. Hang on, it's very, very stiff, but then it is new. Well, it's factory fresh, but it isn't exactly new. Oh, that is very, oh, there we go. There we go. So that's in securely. So because the hose comes out quite high, it would make the machine topple if we were to pull it along. That's why Hoover have put this little device on the hose. It's a little support collar which clips to a little hook underneath. I'll show you that in a moment, but before I do, actually it clips in two places. It clips at the bottom when you're using it with the tools. Not for stair cleaning. For stair cleaning you unhook it to give you the extra reach. When you're storing the hose, this little bit goes on here. Sometimes they're not quite in the correct position. You have to sometimes move them. Which I'm going to have to twist that round. So that first of all hooks on to there. Let's hook it over that. That's it. And then we just put the hose over the top of the hose support. That's also your carry handle. Then there's another little clip here that pushes into, and then this goes into the bottom of the machine. Here's the hole you need to put the handle in when you're using the machine in upright mode. And unlike, as far as I remember, unlike the Chinese made ones, this actually has a rubber seal around here to provide a nice tight seal. Oh, that fits in very nicely. I don't think there'll be much suction lost through that. Just going to put the handle on. Whoops, screw's fallen off. One of the screws is actually still in there, and the other one I've just taken that sticker off, so I've got the other screw. So I just need to, I think I'll remove the dusting brush, I think that would be easier. Just slide it on. I think I will have to loosen the top screw actually. Whoops. I have to take it out altogether. Oh no, shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. Maybe it will tighten up. Don't want to force it. This will be a bit easier for me. Just trying to do it so you can see it, but then I can't do it. So that's going on. It's moving forward. That'll do. I don't want to over tighten anything. Don't want to hear any ominous cracking. I don't want to damage this machine after all the years it's been in some damp warehouse, wherever it's been. That'll do. We'll hold it on for the purpose of the demo. Now I'll just wind up the flex. So I've got pretty standard top cord hook that can be rotated down to release the cord in one go, and of course the bottom cord hook / carry handle. So I just have to wind up the cord. So as I said, the Purepower has been around a long time. I don't know if it's going to surpass some of the other Hoover models. We had some very long running Hoover models, but the Purepower has remained, well, I was going to say more or less unchanged. Of course the quality's gone down, but the design of it has remained the same really since it was launched. And you know, when the new EU regulations came in, some people thought, oh, they'll get rid of the Purepowers now, but no, they just kept them, but with lower wattage motors. So they must still be selling. You know, there's not many bagged upright vacuum cleaners on the market in the UK. The Purepower is just one of them. I can think of a few others. The Panasonic at the lower end of the market. Of course, if you're going a bit higher, then there's the likes of Sibo, and there's the Miele uprights. But for sort of a lower priced bagged upright, there's not much choice. So if they weren't selling, Hoover wouldn't still be producing them. So that's the hose attached, and of course the cord wrapped around. So it is fully assembled. I'm going to turn it on, but we need to first look inside the bag compartment and find out what sort of agitator has been fitted to this Purepower. To gain access to the bag, we need to press down on this bag door release pad at the top. So press that, and then the whole bag door comes away. Again, it's a little bit sort of some black dust got in the inside of that. Don't know if there's any of those. No, there's no sort of date wheel. Just says Hoover Design Right, ABS. Oh, there is a date wheel at the top. This particular part, now this doesn't date the whole vacuum, but this particular part was made, let me just see with my terrible old eyes, was made in 96, and it was made in June 96, so we have a Gemini bag door, June 96, that came off the production line. So here we have the paper bag, non-reusable. I don't think there ever was a reusable option with the Purepowers. I don't think the handle's quite on correctly, but it'll do. So I think it's a different design. Yes, let's pull it out. When you remove the bag, it should seal automatically, and this one has. Hopefully I'll be able to unseal it. It's just got itself hooked on that thing at the bottom. There we go. So as I removed it, it sealed itself. It's a high filtration bag. Hopefully I'll be able to undo that. Oh yes, I can. That's easy enough. It'll be at least a twin. I think it's just a twin layered bag. So obviously there's a paper you can see now, and inside there should be another layer. There's a little bit of a sort of a rubber membrane to give a bit of a seal. And it's got a better, in my opinion, better way of attaching the bag with this little bag support collar Dubry device. The current bagged Purepowers have a sort of a little lip at the bottom, which you locate the bottom of the bag and then sort of push it forward, and then there's a clip at the top. I think it's a little red clip. So to release the bag, you press that and release. But this one's a bit different. So there's another date wheel on here. Let's have a look. This was made in the bag support collar was made in February 99. What was this part? So crikey, this part is a lot older. 96. Oh gosh, that was made in 96, and this part was made in 1999. So it's at least from 1999. That could be the latest, I don't know. Oh, hang on, there's another date wheel on the main body of the machine. Oh look, there's a seal around here. It's a little bit displaced. I think by now Hoover were just throwing them together. I think it was called the Pace line. There's a very interesting, check back on my channel, There's a very interesting documentary called Back to the Floor, and they actually film the Hoover Cambuslang factory. You see them assembling, I think it's a Telios or an Ariane, Turbopower 2s, some later models. It's absolutely fascinating to see how the factory was a shadow of its former self in the heydays of the 70s. It's quite sad to see. Of course, it's now derelict. 98, this part, November 98 for the main body. Underneath the bag, just got a single layer filter. Some of them used to have a carbon layer as well, but again, being a base model, it's basic filtration. See if I can pop the bag back in. Just need to fold it actually. You need to fold it slightly, and then you slide it in the bag collar in between here. Da, 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 da. Come on, in you go. That's it. That's in place. Then push it forward. There's a little bit of a click, and then pop on the back door. Okay, that's what we've all been waiting for. Well, what I've been waiting for. Let's have a look at the agitator. I have a feeling this actually has an activator, but we'll soon find out. Well, as I zoom out, it is indeed an activator brush roll, rather than the horrible ones we get now. Finished in a rather fetching green colour. The brushes are green, but so is the actual body. Sometimes they're black. I've got a Vortex that's got a white activator body and red brushes, but this one is green. So there we have spiral brushes, constant contact brushes, 2 rows of them I believe, that sweep towards the main air path at this side. This side's where the belt is. You can see the belt guard causing a line of shame, I expect. You've just got fixed brushes either side. Earlier Purepowers, they would have had a spinning brush there. I can't see any reason why you couldn't if you can get hold of an earlier activator that has the spinning brush ends. There's no reason, I don't think, that you couldn't fit it to this machine. They're not bad hardness. Not as stiff or as long as, say, a Cibo brush roll, but pretty good. Certainly a lot stiffer than the models you buy now, the Purepower models now, but they're not as long. The activator body on the current Purepowers isn't as thick as this or as fat, so it is quite different. Now, I will see when I actually get one. I am planning to get, as I said, a Hoover Enigma or a Purepower that's got the quadruple A rating, but judging by an online instruction book I saw, it did look like it had this sort of activator to improve the efficiency. Can't say if that is the case without having one, but it's possible that Hoover have gone back to the old ways. The old ways in this case are certainly better. Okay, then let's turn this old girl on and we'll just see this spinning. Hopefully it'll work. Now, unlike the Turbopower 2 I bought, that was an old vintage but unused machine that had some rust here on the axle of the front wheels, this seems fine. So I think this one has survived its long-term storage. So anyway, let's have a look at the agitator spinning around, as Kylie would sing. Certainly quieter than a Chinese Purepower. Certainly quieter. Before I pack this cleaner away for another day, I just want to try out 2 things. I want to see firstly what the suction's like at the end of the hose, and also I just want to see how far the hose will stretch up a standard flight of stairs, but no demo of this model, I'm afraid. There are other demos of Purepowers on my channel. Let's just pull that out. As I say, it's a nice tight fitting in there. might as well unhook the whole hose because I will need it unhooked to try it up the stairs. That's the little bag, not the bag, the little hose support tube that I was telling you about earlier that this collar fits onto. So if I move the machine, whoops, don't damage it. So if I just move the machine, oh, it's unhooked itself. How dare you. Anyway, so for example, if I'm cleaning my upholstery, etc., I can now pull the cleaner along and it will follow me without toppling over. If I was to do that without hooking the hose onto that little hook at the bottom, it's more likely than not to topple. Okay, let's have a quick shufty or a quick feel of the suction. Pretty good for a 1200 watt machine. I expect that's on a par with a ridiculously, is it 2200 watt, or I think they even did a 2300 watt version. You know, you'd expect it to be almost double the suction, wouldn't you? Double the wattage, double the suction, but no. Anyway, I do like that design, it's nice. Okay, last thing, I'm just going to pop this down the stairs, at the bottom of the stairs, and we'll have a bit of a stretch. See if this will clean to the top of the stairs. Hiya, well, I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm going to scoot down where I have the Purepower positioned safely at the bottom against the bottom step, and I'm going to grab hold of the handle and carry on walking up the stairs until I can go no further. Let's see if this old girl will clean a standard flight of stairs. Okay. Not sure how many steps I have here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Just about 10. And that's pulling it a little bit. There's no chance of doing 11 steps. Forget 12. So, well, I suppose one last thing I can try, if I go back, see if attaching, oops, not that nozzle, I don't want that, just the extension wand. Let's put that on, see if we get the extra reach that we require. No, it still wouldn't reach. Still doesn't reach, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Well, it's a fail for this old Purepower. The later models, I think, do actually reach. If I remember the demonstration I did of a Purepower last year, I think that did reach comfortably to the top of the stairs. I'm not sure, I think it did. I'd have to double check. But this one certainly won't, I'm afraid. Well, that's the end of my unboxing for the Hoover U3125 Purepower in this yellow colour. I don't know if Hoover had a name for it because they were quite creative coming up with names for the colours they used with their vacuum cleaners. Perhaps sunshine yellow, custard yellow, Fife's yellow, who knows. I'm going to call it sunshine yellow because we're in summer now in the UK and there's precious little sunshine. You might not be watching this in summer. By the time I've uploaded this, it could be the depths of winter. So if it is the depths of winter and it's cold and dark and miserable, hopefully this sunshine yellow Purepower has brought a bit of brightness to your dull, sad life. I know it has for mine. Anyway, until the next time, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and you'll be updated every time I upload a new floor care video. Also, check out my Facebook page. Links are below, or you can just search ibaisaic on Facebook. So, until the next time, I'll see you very soon.